Welcome to the extension tutorial. So in this tutorial, instead of just presenting our color to the new view, we're going to present an augmented reality scene and create a box which will be viewed in an augmented reality space. So we're going to be working mainly within our new view controller. The first thing we need to do is to import ARKit. This, of course, is the library which allows us to present scenes, and we're also going to create scene kit, which is used for animation and all sorts of other things. After that, we need to import the necessary delegates. So as well as UI view control, it's also going to import scene view delegate. Once we've done this, I need to add a new scene to my view controller. So I'm going to go click on my view controller, click add, search for augmented reality, and we're going to use a scene kit scene. I'm going to drag this onto our canvas and stretch it to the size of our view controller. From there, I need to create an outlet for this. I'm going to press Control, drag, and create an outlet. This outlet will be called Scene View. Okay, so I now have a scene which will allow me to present. Inside my view did load, instead of creating a background color, I'm going to comment that out. I'm going to set my scene view delegate to equal itself. This just initializes that scene. From there, I'm going to override another method, which will be my view will appear. So you can select it from here and it will set up all of the syntax for you. So let's override this. From there, we can set up our configuration. Our world tracking configuration. This just means that our kit will take all of the hard work away from you, and it will track the scene, where the walls, where the floor, where the tabletops are, etc. So then for my scene kit session, I'm going to set this to the configuration that I just created. Okay, when my scene disappears, view will disappear. Again, we need to override this. We're going to make sure that our scene stops as well, just to save on your resources. Okay, so we now have a scene which will present, but we need to actually create our box which will sit inside of our view. So in order to do this, we're going to create a new function called addBox. Inside this function, we're going to create a new scene box. So it has built-in geometry, so we can make these sort of shapes. We'll set the size and the height. I'm going to select this so you can see what I'm typing. So I'm not going to round the box off, I just want it to have square edges. I'm going to set my material, my first material to equal my color. That I defined. And we'll make it double-sided. Okay, then we need to create our box into a node so that it can sit within the space. Box node equals node equals my box. So I'm now setting this scene box into a node so it can be placed within the space. And you set the vectors for this. This is where it sits within the 3D space. So I'm just going to set it at 0, 0. And the last couple things I need to do is create that scene. Add the box to my scene. And then present my scene to my scene view. The last thing we need to do, we've already created our function, but we haven't called it anywhere. So inside our view did load, we want to make sure that we call this function. So now when we run this, it should present. Just be aware when you're dealing with augmented reality, your MacBook doesn't have the sensors required, particularly a LiDAR sensor when you start dealing with AR, to view your code. So whilst you can run it to check for bugs, it won't display properly, but I will share a video of it working. But here you can see my code running, and you can see how the box is presented within a real world space.